Okay, this is going to be a quick demo of a GPS global satellite tracking system. And this global GPS tracker can be used to do many things, the main function of which is to tell you exactly where in the world this device is at any given time. So it provides real-time tracking for your vehicle, or where you could say where your child's at by putting it in your child's backpack. You could put it in your loved one's camping gear before they go off camping. You could put it on an elderly person's wheelchair or in their purse. You could leave it with an employee. You could put it on a boat, or like I do, I put one on my radio-controlled planes so that if I ever lose it, I can find it again. So it has many, many uses, and we're going to go over some of those quickly here. So the tracker is pretty small. It's smaller than this standard cell phone. And what it does is it gives out positioning information, and it does this by receiving commands from a cell phone or multiple cell phones, depending on how you program it. And all you have to do is send a text message using a cell phone to the tracker unit. And the tracker unit picks up the message, and it executes the command, and then it sends back either a text message back to the phone, or it also has the capability of listening in through the microphone, which is right there. You can actually listen in to what is going on wherever this GPS tracker is and listen to it just like you're listening to a regular phone call. Okay, the most basic function of this GPS tracker is it's able to tell you what its position is in latitude and longitude. And in order to do that, one of the ways you can do it is just by calling the unit. So you just use a regular cell phone to dial up the number of the unit, and it will hang up on you, and it will send back a text message showing GPS coordinates, latitude, longitude. It'll show you speed and a few other things. The GPS tracker can also do what's called auto tracking. And that's similar to real-time polling, except it does it at a regular interval. So like say if I have the unit in my daughter's car and I want to see what her position is every half an hour, I can use my phone to send it a text message and have it send position information back to my phone every 30 minutes. Another cool function of the device is it has the ability to do voice surveillance. So let's say I put this unit in my vehicle and then somebody steals my vehicle. Well, not only would I have tracking information available immediately on where my vehicle's at, but I can also send a command using a text message in my phone to the tracker to let it open up the microphone so I can listen in on my phone every word that's being said around the unit. So that's called the voice surveillance function. One other really unique feature of the device is it has what's called a geofence capability. And what that means is that you can program the device very quickly and easily by sending it some coordinates through your text phone. And you can basically set up a rectangle or a square of area that you don't want this tracker to move out of, like say your city block of your house where you live. And if the tracker ever moves out of that area, it will send you an alert to let you know that it's breached the district. It also has what's called a movement alert, which is very simple. It's wherever you have your tracker set up, like let's say you have it in your vehicle again, let's say. If your vehicle moves, the tracker automatically alerts you. It says, hey, your vehicle just moved, buddy. It also has an overspeed alert. So again, let's go back to the vehicle. We've got the tracker placed in your son's vehicle. You can program the tracker to where if it moves anywhere or in any location at a certain speed, over a certain speed, it'll also send you an alert with where the unit's at, how fast it's going, and you'll have that information immediately sent right to your phone. And if all that wasn't enough, it also has the additional feature of an SOS button. And what that is that anybody in possession of this geo-tracker, if they have it on them while they're hiking or camping or whatever, they can press this SOS button and this tracker will send out an alert to up to 5 authorized phone numbers that you program in here, and it will send a message basically saying help me plus all the geo info, the latitude and longitude, to every number, and it will do that every 3 minutes. And it will only stop sending that message when any of the authorized numbers reply back with a code to make it stop. So it's great for protecting people on hikes. I mean, there's so many more functions in here. It also has a low battery alert. It'll alert you to your it'll send a text message to you saying when the battery's getting too low. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you how to get this device up and running right out of the box. Okay, so right out of the box, the unit comes empty, doesn't have anything in it. So what you do is you open the back cover and you see there's a spot not only for a battery, it's got a spot for a SIM card right there. So you push the tab that way, then lift up on it. It's got a spot for the micro SD card right there if you desire to use it. You don't need to use the micro SD card at all at this point. So the first thing we need is a SIM card. Now I happen to have an account already with T-Mobile, so for me it was extremely easy. So here's my T-Mobile phone, and I'm going to grab the SIM card out of it. So if you already have a pre-existing carrier, just use your card. It just goes right in there, and then you push it down and you slide it that way to lock it. So once your SIM card is in place, and you can interchange this, I can take this out and put it back in my phone or whatever. But anyway, once it's in there, then you just plug the battery. And I'm not going to go through charging in this video because charging is pretty basic. If you don't know how to charge your battery, you're going to have some troubles. Okay, and then you put the little hatch back on and shut it. Now right away we're just going to turn it on, and you hold the on-off button down, and you'll see the LED come on. You see how it went green, and then you just wait for a few seconds, and depending on the last time you use the unit and whatnot, it might take up to 30 seconds or a minute to initialize. But this one's already initializing. You see the light went out and then it's coming on. Now it's going to blink like this every 4 seconds. That means it's initialized, it's ready to go. Okay, so now that you're up and running, I'm going to say a quick word about the instructions. The instructions that come with this device, they're lengthy and they're translated from Chinese, and they can be difficult to understand. So if you order one of these from me, you're going to get 3 pages of instructions that are written by me, and these instructions use real English. Like for example, when you first begin, you want to use your cell phone to call the device up and send the following text to your tracker. Begin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very easy. So I have these instructions all printed out, and like I said, if you order from me, you'll get a set of these instructions. You can only get them from me. And just makes it a lot easier to get up and running. So I'm not going to waste any time right now about how to go through the setup procedure, because it's all in this pamphlet that comes with the device. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to hop in a car and we're going to test this thing out. Okay, so we're going to use a phone. I'm going to see if I can borrow my fiance's smartphone, and we're going to jump in the vehicle. We're going to drive around and put this thing to the test right now. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start by turning it on. See the green light comes on. You hold the on button down. Okay, now it's blinking once about every 4 seconds or so. Okay, so we're going to put the unit up here on the dashboard for now. We've got 2 cell phones here. One is a smartphone. The other one is just a regular, just a basic phone. Okay, so I already have the number for the SIM card, which is in the GPS device. I already have it programmed in my phone. Just going to call the number.
Please leave your message for 5419086.
Okay, once it goes through, I just hang up on it. When it goes to voicemail, you can just hang up. Or it'll hang up by itself, or one of the two, but I just hang up on it. So now we'll get a text message here in a second with the GPS location. Okay, so I just got this text message from the phone, and it's giving me a GPS latitude and longitude. So that's just by calling it, just by dialing the number and then hanging up. It located its position, and then it sent me a text message, a SMS message. Okay, now we're using a smartphone to dial the number, 908. This is the number for my SIM card, 3699. Okay, so now we're going to hit call. And now it's calling a number. This is using a smartphone instead. Now you'll see that when I get the text message, it'll have a link to it instead of just the regular, my cheap phone. I'm using my fiance's phone. It's a smartphone, and it'll send a text message with a link to where I can click the link and I can actually look at the position on Google Earth. Okay, so it just sent 2 messages. And one of them is a link to Google Maps with latitude and longitude. And the other one is the actual latitude and longitude. It's got the speed on there, which is 60 miles an hour. It's got the time. And if you click on this link down here, okay, and then we're going to browser here. So you can see it plotted our location exactly. We happen to be on Oakville Road. So it's really cool. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set it to where it does a continuous message every 30 seconds and sends me new coordinates every 30 seconds. So we're going to set that up in just a second here. Alright, so now we're going to send a text message using the smartphone this time. Okay, I'm sending this message. This is all this is basically is how many the time interval between messages is 30 seconds. 5 times 5n, that's 5 messages, and my password 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're gonna hit send. Alright. Okay, I got a confirmation message back. So basically it's saying it recognized the text that I sent. It says okay. Time 30 seconds 5 times, and it says okay, so it confirmed it. So now we're waiting on a text message from the tracker to this phone. So it just sent me GPS coordinates, and it sent me a map. And I can click on this again just to get a picture of where we're at. Click on that hyperlink. It's sending me new coordinates even as I look up the first ones. So it might be best to set it to send every 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, or every 5 minutes. I have it sent every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds I'm going to get new messages with new information, location information. So here we are now. Let me zoom up on this. Well, actually, that's where we were just about 30 seconds ago. So that shows our position. There it goes. Just going to keep on sending me updated GPS information every 30 seconds on where the tracker is. Happens to be located in the vehicle. We're stopped at an intersection where we can see really easy what the streets are. So we're at Waverly Drive Southeast and Santiam Highway Southeast. Okay, so we're calling the GPS unit right now. There it goes.
Please leave your message for 54190833699.
Okay, so we just ended the call. And now we're just going to wait for a text message. It should appear in just a second here. Okay, so just sent a text message with the link. And we click on the link. Let's see how accurate this thing is. Now I didn't load any special software onto this smartphone. It's just naturally it has all the software on it. It's just a what is this, a Droid? So no software needed. It just worked right out of the box. So it sends a link, a hyperlink to Google. So there's no need for any kind of software on your phone. And it's actually extremely accurate. Alright, so it's showing us that we're on Waverly Drive and Santiam Highway. So it's pretty accurate. I mean, man, you can't get much better than that. So it's showing we're right at this intersection. So that's pretty sweet. So if this car was stolen or something, we'd be able to find it right away.